Don't settle for fakes. My duel-taining is the real deal.
Hey everyone, mekklord here. I'm recording this right after the end of the maintenance, and we have a lot to talk about. First of which is this new product, Pickup Box Chaos Archives. It seems kind of reminiscent of like the Selection Mini Box, Super Mini Special, whatever. They were like, I think they were released at the beginning of Arc 5 and Range, and they were like, oh, you don't have Guki? You know, your Zenju, just spend real money to get those archetypes that we released way earlier than their associated anime characters. So it seems to be what this is, except there don't seem to be any new cards. I think we already have one copy of this guy, Super Soldier, which Ray Mizero surely is really happy about. We got some battle boxes, remember battlin boxes? That came out like really early in Zexal era, and Alito is just coming now to Duel Links. What other cards can we expect from this? So, you know, Utopia, Giant Hand, Gaga Head, Xyz, Change Tactics, Manju. It's basically just a redo of like, these cards are not... Well, this one is a main box, but this card is in a mini box. I think this card is in too. Like, how do you get this card? I don't know, unless you're really interested in all of these all at once, it's probably still better to go for the mini boxes that contain these cards. I only have one gear. That's really sad. I don't know, might choose a ticket to play battling box. I don't know if I want to play battling boxes. I'm not sure like they're that interesting. You know, there's nothing really interesting unless you're like a very new player that just started playing the game yesterday with loads of disposable income waiting for you in this pickup box. We got the survey for Legacy Duels. Wow. Let me fill that out really quick. There we go. We did that. That's 0 gems. And now for more interesting stuff, the new leaks that came with this maintenance, which like suppose new cards coming either as level up rewards or event rewards or level up rewards. I already said that, or in the shop. We'll see. First of all, let's take a look at the new battling boxer cards and all the stuff they expected to come. Like, Star Sisters and Xyz Import are these events drops. Xyz Import are like very interesting. It's one of these cards that people want to tinker with in trains and Infinite Track. I think it's copium in trains. Although you do make Xyz monsters pretty easily. It's like you're gonna have to hard draw it. It's easier to do so in Infinite Tracks because you have a draw too, but I don't know if it's gonna be that good. Might be worth toying around with. So, Battling Boxer Star Sisters is it's not that great. It's not that great. It's basically just a worse Samurai Destroyer. Number 80 Rhapsody in Berserk. I think this was like historically kinda neat as a generic rank 4 that you could equip to a monster to make it bigger. It also has a double DD Crow effect. It's fine. I think its Chaos variant, Evolve variant, was more appreciated. I wasn't playing bad then. We got Bleed Yoke, which is like the most infamous battling boxer monster. It protects itself the way Dingirsu does, protects the rest of your field too, the way also Dingirsu does, which is cool. And then boosts itself anytime it uses its protection effect, which is it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool, not generic rank 4, you have to make it with Battling Boxer, but it's a pretty cool guy. I kind of like this card. I think it Battling Boxers, it's too slow to be relevant. Like the whole point of like Orcus, if Orcus was just Dingirsu, it wouldn't be playable, right? It's Dingirsu that you can recur every turn, and also Dingirsu removes without targeting or destroying, and also the archetype is access to a draw 2 in terms of graveyard effects and other forms of removal. And yeah, no, this probably is not good enough. Comet Sisters. Okay, I've never read this card before. This one it does burn damage. That's fantastic. Wow, surely a good sign of things to come. It's more like a giant grinder, and it's, I guess it's fine. Last counter. Okay. Negate the attack. Always a good thing to read on a card. Monster control the graveyard. Then. Wait, do you have to control 2 monsters for this to to be activated. If you do, I'm gonna check up the ruling. If you have to control 2 battlin boxes for this card to be activatable, that's probably not great. Giant Red Hand, which is like the evil version, well, chaos version of Giant Hand. What does it do? Okay. The comes if it has great on field. Wow. That's kind of strong, actually. It just becomes a Neo Galaxy Eyes at any point, which is pretty cool. It's not the easiest card to summon, though, which is why it didn't see much competitive play relative to its unchaosed form. Limited Baron's Force. That's the classic. That's the classic way to rank up your Barbarian monsters. That's the classic way. It doesn't do anything special, but it's a rare and does it well. Cordius the Triphasic Dealman. This is a recent card, right? This came out in 2022. Fusion summon cards on the field. You can pay life points in multiple of 2000. It's okay. Add 1 spell trap from graveyard to your hand. Destroy 3 cards your body controls. And turn this card gains the attack equal to the difference between your life points. That's bad. That's really bad. I just noticed that it requires 1 Synchro, 1 Xyz, and 1 Link monsters as fusion material. It's like, what decks even make this to begin with? Reinforced Truce, I gotta be honest, I thought this card was in the game already. Special summon 1 level 2 lower warrior monster from your deck. Can conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this card. It's fine. It's probably like it's too slow to be good. It's probably like one of the least bad cards in this whole list. That's not named exclusively Legio. So, most of all, pretty disappointing. On to the skills. Fear the Might of My Fist. At the beginning of duel, add 1 switch hitter, 1 at gear. So switch hitter is the one that revives on normal, a la Junk Synchron, and at gear is the one that polishes on normal, a la Armageddon Knight, I guess. Unless you have 3 copies of respective cards, it's classic. 1 assess this to your extra deck. The following effect can be used if your life points are 2000 below. Return 1 card to your hand. From your hand to your deck. Add 1 rank up magic Baron's Force from outside your deck. What's Baron's Force already? Oh yeah, it's the Ultra in the Arms of Giant mini box. Target 1 face up, Xyz monster you control. Special summon 1 number C or CXEs at the same time as that monster, but 1 rank higher. Then attach 1 Xyz material from monster your opponent controls. And attach it to the summoned monsters and Xyz material. It's not a bad card, but the fact that it is searchable, like this skill is not terrible for a default skill. You know, for 8 classes, you can be used by a killing level between 3 and 5. Level of battle boxes, monsters becomes that level. It's fine. It's only once per duel. That's a shame. It's not bad because it's generic and stuff, and you can make it work with a bunch of other things maybe. I don't know, the payoffs aren't really like, do battling boxes? Battling boxes have a 3, but do they even have a 5? I don't think so. Axel Counter. Return 1 card from your hand to the deck. Select 1 counter trap. Wait, what? Okay, there are exactly 7 cards that fit. The new Battling Boxing, cross counter, which is a card that came out like this year, so I don't think we're gonna see it in Duel Links anytime soon. Counter. Negate the activation of a counter trap card and destroy it. Very, very cool. Flame Veil counter, which is actually not a bad card. I don't think you... Actually, maybe there are some Battling Boxer monsters that have 200 defense. Gemini counter, which you have to play Gemini monster, so it's unplayable. Jolt counter, which is like the default Battling Boxer Solemn Judgment during the battle phase. And last counter, which is the card that we just read. So, anyway, return 1 card from your hand to your deck, select 1 counter trap card in your graveyard, set it. If you control a Fire Warrior type monster, and your opponent has activated a counter trap card during the duel, you can select 1 counter trap instead. Oh, any counter trap card in your graveyard, huh? That's complicated and not necessarily bad, but I don't get it. I don't get the point of this. My counter tactics can be used during your next turn after your opponent activates a counter trap card or you take battle damage from an attack from your opponent. Select 1 counter trap card in your graveyard, add it to your hand, then return 1 card from your hand to the deck. Why would you make 2 skills that basically achieves the same thing? Return 1 card, set a trap from your graveyard is basically the same thing as select a trap in your graveyard and then you have to return 1 card. It's like, Why? Like, this is played better than this, if only because it can be used twice per duel. This is gonna be hard. The attack of battling boxer monsters you control will be increased by 100 for each of the following conditions you have made during this turn. Battling boxer monster in the DMZ, opponent of a monster in the DMZ, counter trap card in the graveyard. Wow. It's a worst ties that bind. Incredible. KO blow glass jar. Starting hand will contain only 3 cards. Beginning of the duel, place 1 battling boxer glass jar to your graveyard. This is meant so that you can revive it with switch hitter. Glass jar does nothing in the graveyard if it's not sent there by card effect, but Jesus, this is how Raging Pendulum should have started. Your starting hand will contain only 3 cards. And even with 3 cards, you can still make insane plays because the skills are +3. This skill is like a minus. KO blue, battling boxer. Select 1 Xyz monster whose original name includes battling boxer. During this turn, when this battling boxer monster's attack destroys your opponent's monster, damage your opponent will to off destroys monster the original attack that was destroyed by a battling boxer battling. Skill up against once per duel. It's garbage. It's playing wingman, but bad. Sword of Light and Darkness. Oh god. What's the raid material skill? At beginning of a duel, as a Sword of Light and Darkness. What the fuck is the Soul of Light and Darkness? Okay, I typed the Soul of Light and Darkness in Wikipedia and it told me check out Burn Deck and Synchro Festival list. I don't think we are getting any closer to an actual answer. 1 Super Soldier Ritual. What's Super Soldier Ritual? Oh, it's in Duel Links. So, can you activate it this turn? Because it can be activated on the turn it was sent to the graveyard, but if it's sent through a skill. You can only special summon Guard of Fierce Knight, Blackluster Soldier, and monsters without rank or level. You can make some link plays. Wow. Once per turn, you can activate the following effect when you special summon a Blackluster Soldier monster. Add 1 Blackluster Soldier Ritual monster when there are no cards with the same name in your graveyard and field. Add it to... They put add twice. I'm not an idiot. Add it from your deck to the hand. Select up to 3 banished cards of yours and return them to the graveyard. After so, for once per duel only, if there's a Blackluster Soldier on your field, you can set... Oh, Jesus Christ. This game is like way too long for how simple it should be, you know? It should just read Master of Rights 3. You know, if you have a Blackluster Soldier monster, you send it to grave, because you can special it with the ritual spell, and then you had a material from deck. That's just how it should be. It doesn't need to be that complicated. Toon Invitation. During this duel, you can normal summon set toon monsters without tributing. You can only normal or special monsters that have 0 attack, monster that your opponent is the original owner of, or toon monsters. Also, you can activate the following effect once per turn, twice per duel. Return 1 card from your hand to your deck, or add 1 toon world from your hand inside your deck. You can actually make toons, not like tiered, but like playable. You play this, you play 3 Ancient Gear toons, 3 Revolver Dragon toon. Is that Revolver Dragon toon even in the game? It probably is. Yeah, maybe you get toon support next. Oh joy. That's gonna be fun. Order of Chaos. You can activate the below effect once per turn each. During this duel, you can special summon Utopia monsters and monsters with level or rank 4. So it prevents you from playing like Gaga Sister and that means this is unplayable already. Reveal 1 V Salamander in your hand, 1 Utopia from your deck to your graveyard. Return up to 2 cards to the deck from your hand or monster zone. If there are monsters on your field, you can normal summon 1 V Salamander in addition to your... Why would you do... Wait, this V Salamander is another effect that I don't know. Okay, so okay, when this is normal summon, revive 1 Utopia monster, and then you can target Utopia Ray and equip itself to it. It's a Raigeki. If you control Utopia, set 1 rank up magic limited barriers force your deck to the graveyard. Wait, what? Oh, from your deck or graveyard to your field. Okay, that's probably... It's not good, because it limits you to like level 4s, but... It's probably a world in which you can play that and have some rogue, casual fun. Not even rogue, below rogue. Casual is below rogue. Can be used on turn 2 onwards if there are exactly 1 Xyz monster in your field as the number between 101 and 107, its original name, except number C monster. My true form! Barian Battlemorph! After transforming to the true form, you can use each of the following effects once only. Rank up magic barons falls face down, field for inside the deck. Can only normal summon that have the same type and attribute. It's so confusing. And then it returns all monsters in graveyard to the extra deck. Okay. Well, this is piss bad. This is garbage. This is meant to, like, quickly allow you to access the C numbers. Do we have any actually good C numbers? I gotta check. And then some accessories and icons. The battling boxes. Valito, and that's it. So what do you think of all of this fuckery? hope you're looking forward to battling boxes being casual playable, maybe? I don't know, I feel like there's some skills that have potential here. Like this one specifically, but it requires a very special, unique breed of like battling boxers, and this one is like decent for beginners as well. This could be really good or really bad, I don't know. BLS can end rip, right? Yeah. Only until end of turn, if I recall. I don't know, I should have asked Ray before making this video. And this probably makes Toon playable. So with that, thank you for watching this video, everyone. I am going to play Duel Links now. Take care, and I'll see you guys and gals and non-binary pals next time.